It's for me. Probably what I'm doing. Every day in the studio. Every day in the studio. Every day no fully shit. In the streets with the Yeezys on. In the streets with the hoodie up.
Play
No
games.
How you doing, Robert?
Huh?
How you doing, Robert?
Man, you out here. Cas got me up here in the studio fucked up, man. What's in that glass? Where's his glass at? What's in that glass?
You want some?
Nah, I'm good, man. You got me fucked up this episode.
It is just water.
Yeah. Welcome to the Play No Games podcast /
show.
And it's your wonderful host / co-host / I guess person, the real life hits Robert, and we have
his co-host, sidekick, Robin. The wrong Amazon is burning, the wrong ice is melting.
We're out here.
That's a strong message.
Advertising.
It's Cas. Thanks for coming along on a little ride.
Yeah.
Down Conversation Avenue.
I know, man. It's been a while since we've done just us.
Yeah. It's always fun. Just you and I.
I know. Our conversations, like, even though that they're not on, a lot of them are not on camera, I feel like our conversations are a tutorial for, like, people who should just,
Average
two different
Joes.
people. Yeah, not even average Joes, just like,
Average in different ways.
and I'm gonna say not even average. We're just like two different people because like we have a lot of similarities, but like we really know how to talk through our differences.
Yeah.
And like accept, we're like, oh, that's just him. And like, obviously, you know, because you know how people are, human rights and all that other bullshit, but we're talking about stuff where like, oh no, I never looked at life in that way. It was just also too, just like, you know, get to know more about your family, and just, you know, your culture and things like that. It's just kind of like, just always amazed and get to learn some new stuff about you.
Thank you, man. Likewise to you.
Yeah, you got to learn a big Robert secret in the last couple of weeks.
Big Robert secret, which I will take to my grave.
Please do. Only like,
unless Robert lets me.
no. Only like 10 people know that shit. But anyway,
Yeah.
So, man, I feel like we should start with and just talk about, because I feel like this is ever prevalent, is why aren't you all subscribed to the show?
You got me there. You did good on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like what we do, like how we're growing, and you want to be, because you know, what do you call those things? They're NFTs, right?
Yeah, NFTs. Like Board Monkey.
Yeah.
And the other ones, yeah.
Yeah. So we're like an NFT. We're before people were calling NFTs like lucrative things for that Tory Lane shit happened, right? We're not talking about the Meg thing. We're talking about the dollar album thing. But I digress. We are one of the best kept secrets. Our show is going to blossom, and then you might be one of those posters like, yeah, we were watching
When they were in the room.
Yeah. And we're gonna remember that. But even still, we're still gonna want your help even at that stage, because we're gonna just want it. So if you like what we're doing, please follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and we're on YouTube. And let me tell you, man, we're just trying to make sure you all are on higher vibrations in life. And you know, that's what we really want to do, to make you all better versions and be at the higher frequency for whatever you need at life. Because we're talking about it all here.
We're the voice of the people that work a 9 to 5, that have normal lives, but you know, also have their own individual personality and want to make the world a little bit of a more fun and casual place.
Yeah. So if you could share that to your friends, even comment on a few things, that helps us. It helps us with the algorithm. We're also on Instagram. We're on Instagram at lookhere.fri. The reason why, and I actually got a little bit of feedback, the reason why we don't have a Play No Games like Instagram is because, you know, simultaneously the Play No Games and Look Here matchmaking is kind of going simultaneously. So we want to just have clips on there. But we really want you guys to go to the page because the Look Here page is going to be picking up with different dating game show advices, advice, words of affirmations that's going to be on the page because they are one and the same. They're a tandem. So if you want to see some of the podcast clips, you can go to lookhere.fri on Instagram. And yeah, man.
Where can they donate, Robert?
Oh, do I start taking off my clothes now? You can donate at herobob $herobob. That will be in the description below. And if you want to help us grow and help us be one of our core members, because we got some pretty cool merch coming out. That's Play No Games.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Keep your eye out for that one.
Oh yeah. We can tell them. Should we tell them what kind of merch is going to be coming?
Sure.
We got beanies coming.
Okay.
And we got shirts coming.
Okay.
And let's just say, if y'all like the Love Don't Cost a Thing, let's just say I've been talking to a couple people who worked on that.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be working on this one.
Okay.
Because we don't play no games here.
There we go. That's exciting. That's exciting.
So yeah, let's kind of talk about literally like our growth, man. We've had some really good guests in the last month.
Yes.
How you feeling? How are you feeling about the whole experience?
It's been great. We've had people too on that, like, it's not like we have a strong relationship with them either. It's not like we're just having friends on. Like, it's people we know to some extent, but it's like, you wouldn't say like Brett Brown, for example. You wouldn't say Brett is a guy that you like know for a long time, right?
No.
Yeah.
Just a solid guy I met.
Just a solid guy you met. That's something that like I think shows our growth is where it's like it's not just like buddies that we have on anymore. It's people who like actually want to promote themselves, want to kind of share their voice, and they feel comfortable doing that on our show. So I think that shows our growth, and that like we're still able to have these conversations with these people in a very casual and normal way, like we would with someone who is our friend. And anyone that comes on our show is our friend. I'm not saying that, but it's like it's not like they're not childhood friends that are like doing us a solid by coming on, you know? It's kind of what it was at the beginning. Because everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah, Brett's good people, and we're I believe people in this day and age, they don't understand that friendships takes time and they grow. And like what Brett and a couple other people have done is kind of like, all right, let me tell you my intention. My intention is like, yo, we had a dope conversation and this is what I do. This is optional. You can come on later and things like that. I want you to contribute to this conversation. And he was and other people were like, oh, let's continue this conversation. I think what people have to understand is like when you're building friendships, you're building relationships or even partnerships or things like that, you have to invest and put time. Where like I know right now, it was just because we're using Brett as the caveat. If Brett called me right now, I would drop what I'm doing to help him out because that's how you develop that friendship because he's a cool people and all the other people we've had on said recently. Yeah,
no, for sure, exactly. And in terms of our growth too, we have that other space we've been using that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
You guys might have noticed where we have a hybrid system here. We have on the go equipment, so we're kind of able to film here and there. So whenever we find a cool spot, cool place to film, we'll do that. But this is kind of as of right now, this is home base.
Yeah. Shout out to the Team Center for housing our show, a couple of our shows. Hopefully, more things with them in the future. But I just want to take the time to acknowledge our growth because I feel like when people do these things, they expect an immediate return on investment. Yeah. But like this is what we've been doing pretty solid for almost we're creeping into our second year, but like for a full year of us not having full ad money for total marketing, I feel like we're doing really well. Yeah. And I feel like when we get those ad dollars exclusive into that marketing where more people get to see us, we're gonna see things return really quick. In my opinion, we're just working our way to that.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So let's kind of talk about, or do you have something you want to bring up? I got a couple other things, but I'll let you.
You go ahead first. I gotta get some stuff I want to clear up.
Damn.
You don't got much.
You got me thinking about what we originally were talking about off screen. But I would just say what we can talk about that I thought was just like interesting because, let's just bring up sports. And I feel like we're, once again beating, dead horse. But like we kind of talked about this before, but like, we had the Olympics this summer.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of athletes coming and stepping up for mental health. Yeah. And, and our latest continuation of that was Naomi Osaka and her in the U.S. Open. No, I didn't watch the match. Yes, I'm a tennis player, but I'm not able to catch all the matches because I'm busy working.
Yes, sir.
But like, she lost and she's saying that, she needs to take a break from tennis. Yeah. And, and she's attributing it to her mental health. Before I go, do you have any thoughts or anything like that?
Good for her. Good for her. I think she needs it. Just watching kind of how she's playing, it seems also just like she's not fully into it. So I think she needs a break. I think it'll make her a better player going forward. Personally, yeah, like if you need to take a break, take a break. Here's my question though. Could you, for example, like take a break from your job? You're a therapist. Ooh. Could you say, hey, you know what? Like you're with a client right now and you just walk out and your client say, hey, I can't do this right now.
I see what you're doing here.
Just to play devil's advocate a little bit. I'm not saying, I'm not giving her shit or anything like that, but this is something that is brought up a lot when, mental health is a discussion.
I don't think our society is that advanced because I equate it to like a surgeon. If a surgeon is an open heart surgery and is like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Yeah. Then we're going to be like there's stuff within his contract by him stopping. There's probably some legal ramifications. I would say there wouldn't be. My job is so contextual where like there couldn't be legal ramifications, but there could. But like,
I mean, even for her, she has legal obligations to like media. That's why she kept getting fined when she like would pass on the like press conferences.
But that's entertainment, and because I'm in like a healthcare type of a role, I've made like the doctors, the pledge, do no harm, and like in my code of ethics, I have to do. My goal is not to do harm towards my client, and me standing up and getting up and going, even if we're like, I'm trying to go to like the most extreme situation. Let's just say one of my nieces or my mom was in peril and like my assistant, like I wouldn't even be checking. Well, I wouldn't be checking my messages during the session, but let's just say my assistant opens up the door and is like, this is going on at your home or things like that or something like that. I would just have to cancel the session. I'll be like, client, I have to cancel the session. Boop, 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 boop. We got to pick this back up. You heard. But like that is like an extreme case because I have to go to the board. I have to explain to them my mindset and my rationale why I did certain things.
Totally.
So I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna get this feeling. So do you feel like Naomi is taking advantage of the mental health?
No, I don't think she's taking advantage of it. I think she's dealing with stuff. I find it interesting. She's in a position where she totally can do that, where she's financially stable from, her career winnings. Last year she was the highest earning female athlete.
Really?
Yeah, she was number one.
Damn.
So she financially, she's in a position where, she can take, she doesn't have to like play. And she's in like an industry, sports entertainment where like it's not the most important thing in the world, especially, tennis. It's like, it's not on the, I played tennis too in high school. I love tennis, but it's not like ESPN is only talking about tennis right now because she's doing it. Let's be real.
That's very true. I'm not gonna.
So it's like, yes, I think she's in a great situation where she can do this. And I applaud, if she wants to do it, totally do it. Yeah. But, like you mentioned, legal reasons, healthcare reasons, you wouldn't, that's something like us as like average Joes or, average like working people don't have that luxury yet.
Yeah. let's take the situation and let's try to make it applicable for us. Where it's kind of like, let's look at like Rory and Maul. Did Joe? I know Joe fired them on air. Did Rory walk off?
I have no idea.
Okay, I can't.
I'm not super like known about that Joe Budden situation.
We'll just say this. We'll just say, we fast forward a year and a half. I'm speaking this existence. We had maybe a little studio.
Spotify deal.
We getting a little something. I'm saying, let's just say we making like $250 a month from the show, like your cut, my cut, right?
$250 like
each.
Like $250?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something that's potential.
Oh, absolutely.
So
they meant $250 like grand.
You talking about? I see what you. Hey, that's the goal. So let's just say we have, or let's look at like this: the Call Her Daddy girls.
Oh yeah.
Let's say that we have a dispute. Do we stop the show? Mm-hmm. Because let's just say
we absolutely could.
Let's just say no. I'm saying we're having an on air, on camera dispute, right? Let's say I'm in my feelings, hashtag no Drake. I'm in my feelings challenge.
Okay.
How would you feel me getting up in the middle of the show, just walking out?
I'd be a little ticked off. I'd be like, well, that's not very professional.
Okay, what if I was like, it's for our mental health?
Then I guess I have to give you a pass and say.
What was that though? What was that?
The little sigh. Sorry. Okay, I come from an Eastern European like household where stuff like that doesn't really exist. A little mental health break. It's called, my parents would just tell me, be a man.
Ooh.
So yeah, maybe that's part of my culture. Maybe that's part of like my background as someone. Does Romanians think about mental health? Hell no. I'm not saying that's right, but it's part of like kind of who I am. If that's what you believe, you're going through and you're struggling with, be by all means do what you have to. I just think it's funny, how like it is kind of like a get out of jail card.
And
that's just me being like brutally honest.
Well, that is welcome here. Let's just say this, just like with all things, and there's one thing I am thinking about. I'm not gonna definitely talk about, but it's kind of like people could take advantage of the system. Like if we. And by all means, if Naomi, if you're ever watching this, would love to have you on the show. You seem to be.
Oh my god, I'd love to have Naomi Osaka on the show.
I feel like she would be hilarious because she would be like so like quiet, but we would like try to like wring that out of her. Where I'm like, hey.
Also bring like YBN Namir, because I'd love to see what that guy.
Corday.
Who cares?
Wow.
Sorry, bring Corday because I'm.
You're a fan, huh? But you don't know who he is.
I know he's into like cars and into the JDM culture, which I'd be interested to talk to him about that. I feel like they have a very interesting dynamic.
She reminds me of.
Are they still together?
I think so. She kind of reminds me of one of my friends, not because he's also like Asian, so I just want to stop that shit right there. But like his demeanor is very quiet and reserved, but like he commands so much attention from his quietness. One of my friends, and like that's how I view Naomi sometimes, where she's like, "Oh, I'm just here," but I'm just kind of like, she a dog though, like she knows how to. So I would love to have her on, but let me just bring it back. So what I was going to talk to add to this conversation is like in a DSM-5, there are certain things called like jury landering, and that's like with someone who wants attention from like a fake diagnosis, and there's like fictitious disorder. Like there are things in the DSM-5 that talk about people who fake these things or diagnosis for attention. Like it's covered, and I feel like in our populace we struggle with people who actually legitimately do that, and then from people who are just trying to take advantage of a situation, who are trying to be clever, and it's such a blurred line nowadays.
Yeah.
Where like some people can get away with it, some people can't. So I'm not saying Naomi is faking or anything like that, but it's kind of like you just don't know.
You don't know. Yeah. No, I agree with you there.
Just don't know.
You don't know.
So I just kind of want to bring this up even further, right? Where it's kind of like she's saying that she's gonna need an extended break and period. And
Yeah.
I per se don't want to talk about rankings, but I also want to talk about taking a break.
Okay.
Like, as an athlete, we looked at, I know MJ didn't want to take that break. It was more so for his father and what they did to the Bulls coach. Like, he took a break. He came back, 3 championships, back to back. Do you have a feeling that Naomi has that in her? Do you feel like she's losing? Or I was watching Ted Lasso.
Great show.
We'll be
I
talking,
recommended that to you. Thank you for watching that.
We'll be talking about Ted later in this segment.
Please.
But like,
because I have something soccer related I want to talk about too.
All right, I'm only on season. I finished season 1. I'm on episode.
Yeah.
Season 2, episode 1. So
okay.
It's almost kind of like, fuck, I lost my train of thought, but it's fine.
Naomi taking a break.
Oh yeah, taking a
coming
Naomi,
back better.
Yeah, coming back better.
Yeah.
Do you think that she has that in her?
Yeah, absolutely. Not only because she's an amazing player, but also she's like 24. Yeah, she's not even hit her prime yet. I think I think not only will it help her out, but I think she's at a point in her career where, I think she's just hitting her stride, and she's so talented. Yeah, why not? I think she can come back better.
Do you think this is the new age athlete that's coming out? Like, do you think more athletes are going to be more like this now?
Like taking breaks?
Yeah.
Mentally?
Kyrie shit?
Maybe. It is, just like they have to, just like they miss time due to injuries. I could see it being the other way with, mental health and this stuff. But yeah, no, that is interesting. Rodney Hood took a break. Remember that?
Who?
Rodney Hood.
Huh?
When he was playing for the Cavs, he got the yips, and he sat on the bench during the finals.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and then he came back and played pretty well for the Blazers. So
you know what? I'm making a new. You know what? You can only call it mental health when you good, when you're an all-star.
Wow,
that's what I'm calling out right now.
Is that shade towards Kevin Love?
I joke. Nah, I'm not joking.
Love Kevin Love.
Y'all could have got him.
We weren't gonna pay the guy $30 million a year.
Well, he good
to have a broken back and busted knees.
Well, he let go.
He did let go.
Yeah, until I die.
You've been around Laco? You spent a lot of time around Laco? Not really, do you?
I've seen it. I've been in the area a few times.
I gotta take you to the good parts of Laco.
Wow.
The lake.
Really?
And La Provence.
Ooh, wow. I'm gonna get cultured.
Oh yeah. I need to take you to what are they called? Patisserien? Yeah, a patisserien. Yeah.
I ain't fucking know. All right.
I'll take you to La Toulajou as well.
Oh, damn.
All the good European places. I'm going to show you the good stuff.
Okay. This guy.
Yeah. Enjoy the finer things in life.
Wow.
Because everything finer in life is European.
Wow. So what you trying to say about the hood?
There's nothing wrong with the hood. I'm just saying the hood don't make Rolexes. The hood doesn't make
but we make Rolexes cool. How we wear them.
Actually, no. Wow. Because what you're talking about is probably someone icing out a Rolex, right?
Yeah.
That's how you ruin a Rolex.
Really?
Thank you for bringing up this topic, actually. If you ever buy a watch, and anyone listening, if you want to take my financial advice, if you ever buy a watch, especially something that has value, like a Rolex, everyone says Rolex is this and that. Rolexes are great, but really the stuff that has more value is way 6 figures. Either way, if you buy any watch over $10,000, don't ice it out. Because to ice out a watch, it's actually really cheap. It only takes about $2,000 to ice out a watch, and it completely ruins the value of that watch. So okay, if you guys want to watch a funny video, go look at Nico Leonard on YouTube. He's a watch dealer. And the guy, he's legit. He deals with Richard Milles, Patek Philippe's, Audemars Piguet's, all $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 watches. This guy's legit. But he has a YouTube channel, and he's got like a editing staff, and he reacts to like rappers' watch collections, and he just like vomits on camera. It's so funny. Where it's like it was who was it? Fetty Wap. Fetty Wap got absolutely scammed, where he paid $400,000 for an I think it was an AP, an Audemars Piguet, with like all iced out, and Nico's like, oh my god, he's like, first it's a $200,000 watch, or it would have been a $200,000 watch, and then you overpaid for the diamonds, and then now it's worth nothing because you put those diamonds on it.
What?
Yeah. So if you want a watch with diamonds, get the factory set. So if you want like a Rolex with diamonds, buy it from Rolex with the diamonds. It's going to be a lot more expensive. Instead of like 50,000, it'll be like 150,000, but it'll be legit. If you buy a Rolex for 50,000, go to a jeweler, they'll charge you 5,000 to put diamonds on it. It'll be really shoddy put on, which will ruin the structure of the watch. It'll be cheap diamonds that they use, and that watch isn't even worth 50,000 anymore. It's worth 5,000. It's worth nothing essentially. So icing out your watch is the worst thing you can do. And there's my little tangent about like watches. There you go.
Wow. We got clones, watches. What's next for
Like I said, man, the finer things in life.
Oh, hey, I guess I'm the uncultured bucket hat guy.
I love bucket hats. But yeah. And then, watches are not bad investments. Like I told you, I didn't end up buying that watch I told you I was going to buy.
Oh, how much you spend?
How much I spend?
Yeah.
A lot less than whatever I was going to spend on that one.
All right, fair.
It's
an investment. You taught me.
No, yeah, but like, you can buy a Rolex for $7,000. In a couple years, it can be worth $13,000 easily. That's higher increase in value than like a house, for example.
Damn.
Like Submariners right now used to be 25,000. Now they're all 50,000. Trying to think. Submariner, subdivers. Same with like day dates. Day dates are all 45,000. Yeah. They all go up in value. It's insane.
Okay. Well,
Don't buy a Richard Mille though.
Whoa. I don't know how much money our listeners make. Well, let's talk about. Whoa.
Do you know Richard Mille, right?
No.
You don't? It's I that's the one most people know because it's the one that like Drake always talks about. It's the one like Odell wore. Remember when Odell wore like a $200,000 watch during a game?
No.
Yeah, it was a Richard Mille because they make sport watches.
Oh.
And they have like rubber straps and like the technology that goes into them is insane, but they don't hold their value that great.
So, because you're this cultured guru and savant,
Yeah.
what should someone invest in? Let's bring it down to the middle class. If someone is
Don't invest in jewelry or watches or anything like that. Let's say, give me a budget.
Okay, let's do a young man who is trying to go on a date, impress women.
Oh, okay.
What type of jewelry?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Should he be really targeting?
Okay.
To make him pop.
Okay. So when you say investments, you mean like personal investments, not like build financial investments.
Well, do you want to? Or you gotta say the advice I'm giving. You gotta say unless you're looking at all the other shit.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want to go that way,
jewelry that look good. I mean, you can get a watch like if you want.
What brands? Because
I
always talking about cologne game.
Yeah.
And things like that. But I always kind of say, because like here's where I'm going at, right? Where like it's almost kind of like, and women, please don't think I'm shitting on you. Where it's kind of like Fashion Nova, right? Fashion Nova is quick. It is okay fashion, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But like, for semi quality, I would tell someone save your budget, go to Zara, or then after that to go a little bit higher. Unless you're in like that, $80K, $100K range, then I'm talking about like, maybe you can go to Gucci, but like the next step up from a Zara is a Scotch and soda. Like,
if you're shopping at like Pioneer Courthouse Square, that's like because they're right next to each other. That's hilarious.
But you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because the thread count and quality is like different, but it's kind of like people just get so.
Don't
caught
go to
up.
Gucci first off. I think Gucci's the most overrated brand in the world.
Really?
So overrated and like so played out, and it's honestly tacky at this point. If you wear Gucci, especially if you have a Gucci belt, that's so just like
What?
like everyone has one because they want one, but it's no, you can get better belts. Also, I'd recommend Uniqlo over Zara, but that's just me personally.
No, they have quality.
Yeah, Uniqlo's quality. What I don't like about Zara is they just rip off higher design like brands, and they make it just look a little. I'm not a fan of them, but teach their own. What would I recommend a young man wear on a date to impress a woman? If you want, okay,
Just we'll say not just a woman, just upgrading their style.
upgrading style. Accessories are a great way to do that.
Yeah.
Watches are a great accessory. If you don't want to spend, $1,000, $2,000 on a watch, totally understand. If you don't have that money, don't spend on a watch. But you can get good watches for $200, $300, $400. That'll last a lifetime.
So that's a $200, $300 watch. That's a quality good watch.
Yes, but get an automatic watch. Yeah. Okay. So, you can get a battery watch. So there's two types of watches.
Yes.
There's a quartz battery.
Okay.
So the battery's like made out of quartz. It'll last you, dependent on what watch you get, between a year to like 5 years. But then you got to go into a watch like handler and change that battery out, which is just a pain in the ass. Mm-hmm. Or you can get something that I like. What I have here is an automatic watch, which the camera's not going to pick this up. But on the back of here, there's a.
Do you need me to zoom in?
Yeah, you can try. No, it's not going to pick up. Here, you can look at it though. You'll see there's like a weight on there, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah. So on the back of that, there's a weight that spins, and that weight is what charges the internal battery. So as long as you wear it, it'll tick forever. You never have to change the battery.
Oh shit! This is actually a nice watch.
You like it? It has an exposed heart, so you can actually see the heartbeat of the watch.
Yeah.
You see the tick.
I'm not even trying to cap. He actually know what he's talking about.
Yeah. So I'd recommend an automatic watch because you never have to change the battery. I think the mechanics of it are a lot cooler, and they're a little more like nicer. What brands I'd recommend?
Yeah, what brands?
Japanese brands are great. Everyone's gonna say Swiss made. Swiss made. The cheapest automatic Swiss made watch is around $700. It's like a Tissot. You probably heard of Tissot, official sponsor of the NBA.
Oh yeah.
Tissots are about like $700, $650. You can get a Seiko for like $400 to $300, even $250. The Seiko 5 Sport is a $250 sports watch, and that is as good, if not better, than a Tissot. And it's only because it's Japanese, not Swiss made.
Okay.
So Seiko is an amazing brand. The one I'm wearing right now is an Orient. Amazing brand, also Japanese. Citizen is Japanese. They're amazing. Belova is great. Belova's actually U.S. brand. If you want an Invicta, you can get an Invicta. It's Swiss made, but Invicta is known as like a Rolex ripoff. So if you just want to wear like something that looks like a Rolex, you can do that. But yeah. Otherwise, other jewelry to wear, I think sterling silver wristbands are great. I think they're super underrated. Like anything on the wrists, I think is super underrated. Rings aren't my style, but like Andy.
True.
Andy's got like 6 rings.
Oh, he's the
7
Kotsky.
rings. Yeah, exactly. So if rings, I think rings look really good on like thin, long fingers. I have like hot dog fingers, so rings don't work for me. I prefer stuff on my wrists. I wear a chain. If you're gonna buy a chain, I'd say get a real chain. Something else. Now that we're talking about chains, now you got me on this fucking wave here. I saw the stupidest thing ever. This brand called Jason Chains or something like that on Instagram. It's like gold plated, which do you know the difference between like gold plated and real gold?
Yeah.
Okay, so real gold is 100%, like the whole thing is made of gold. Like this is 14 karat gold. Gold plated means it's made of like silver, or it's made of like aluminum, but then like it's coated in like a gold film, which is that film is real gold, but like you can rub that off eventually, and then you'll get to like the silver or whatever. The stainless steel is normally what they'll cover it in. So, but they were promoting these gold plated chains that are like sweat proof, shower proof, all this stuff, which like gold in general is all that stuff already. They're just that their chains don't fade is what they're promoting, but they're like $250 for those chains. You can get a real gold chain for like $300. So just get a real gold chain if you do want to wear a gold chain, or get a silver one, like a sterling silver one that's like $100. Yeah, there you go. Accessories. Don't have dirty shoes. Big. Nothing bothers more than guys who show up with like dirty shoes. Like, dude, like, have some self-respect.
It's right. Like I had like when I see people in the club with flip flops and slides.
I've never seen that. That is disgusting.
I have, but it's Portland. So
That was a little bit of tangent there.
I had to let you go.
Appreciate that.
I let you go, man. This is hey, that's free. It's free game. That's literally a free game, guys.
What do you mean by that? Because you post that, you say that every time you post like a cologne review I do, free game.
Free game is like, this is knowledge. You're dropping jewels.
Oh.
Free game.
Free game. There you go. Free
Like,
game.
exactly. Free game. Like
Yeah.
the stuff that you tell me that's off camera, that's all for me.
Yeah.
The stuff that you're blessing the world with is free game, because a lot of people just go into like these jewelry stores and cologne stores and they
get ripped off.
and they just pick and look at shit. They be like, oh, that looks cool.
Do like 30 minutes of research on YouTube and don't get ripped off at the jewelry store. Also, only go to a jewelry store if you want to buy something nice. Otherwise, just get it online.
Yeah.
There's going to be a retail markup.
And I'm not trying to say fake it till you make it, but like, I'm gonna tell you
No, go. No,
I'm gonna tell you a lot of these people out here. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna get real close. They're wearing costume jewelry.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
not real.
And this is the problem. I think if people have this idea that like, oh, I want a Cuban link. Oh, well, Cuban links are $10,000, man. You can't afford one. Oh, I'll just buy a $50 fake one on Amazon. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Save your money. Buy a real, smaller, different type of chain, real gold, like necklace that's like $250, $300. That's real fucking gold. That's gonna look way better than some tacky, fake ass like Cuban link that's just gonna like hang down your neck. That's clearly gonna be fake because you're wearing Vans. There's like levels to it. So like, if you're gonna buy something nice, get the more subtle, legit version of something versus a fugazi, higher end version of something that's gonna be way worse than like a lower tier. Like, yeah.
I feel attacked, but there's some knowledge in what you're saying.
Because if you buy that like legit, like lower end version, not lower end, but just like smaller or like more subtle version of something that is legit, it'll last and look way better than anything that's fake, but supposed to look like something that's way more expensive.
What you said is something that I do, because like some of the stuff that I have like 2 chains that are real gold, because I got them from the Pugla. I think my Spanish people, I butcher that, the Spanish market.
Also, if you go international, buy gold. For some reason, if you buy gold in the U.S., it's way jacked up in price. But like in Europe and like in Mexico, gold is much more fair price.
Noted. That's where I got one of them. But I got not the Jackson. I know what you're talking about, the chain stuff, but like there's certain chains that like I'm fine that I'm knowingly purchasing this, reading like, all right, it's almost kind of like my one chain that has like the juice in like the world and the heart. Like, I just like how it looks.
It's just fun.
It's exactly like if someone's like, oh, Rob, look at that. I'm like, it's just the accessory to accessory. Or it's kind of like, I just got this hair. It's like a hemorrhoid.
Hemorrhoid?
No, it's like a hemorrhoid change. I'm butchering it. Here, I'll show you.
Herringbone.
There we go. Herringbone. Yeah, I got a herringbone chain for a wedding I'm going to.
Okay.
To like situate the outfit, because I'm gonna kind of go, even though I know it's not like the full deal thing, like it's going to like make the outfit I'm thinking of like pop. Where I'm like, it's not too like ridiculous like you're saying, but it's kind of like, all right, this is a nice little piece to like make the sweater vest that I have pop out. But like, I'm like,
Sweater vest.
I got
With the gold chain. I like that.
let's just say I gotta make sure that I'm a tip top shape for this wedding I'm going to. I can't.
I see. Okay. I see what you're saying. You're getting it for like a specific outfit. I guess I get it in that situation. I still think that if you just wear your real one, it'd be better.
Okay, give me 10K.
Huh?
Give me 10K and I'll go get me a Cuban link.
Hell no. I
Okay.
actually think Cuban links are disgusting. Also,
But I'm just saying, there's kind of like the whole mindset of people,
greasy people were Cuban links.
of kind of like, if you are getting something like that, you gotta go in it with like with some intention. You see what I'm saying? But like, you know how many times we've gone out and we see someone with an iced out chain and we're like, yeah, okay, this is, so you mean to tell me little baby gave you a 4L chain? I don't think so.
Yeah,
there's only
and
like 20 of them that's actually real.
Yeah, and like, I don't know if you ever seen. I saw this on TikTok. Actually, there's this guy who called out this guy. This guy was first off flexing his Maserati, which is just mistake. Never flex a Maserati. And second off, he was wearing like an iced out watch, and the guy responded to him. He's like, "We sell that watch. I own a jewelry store." He's like, "We sell it for $39.99, but on Sunday it's $19.99." And it was like a complete just fugazi, just iced out general watch. Yeah, and I was like, "Yep, there you go." Really puts the outfit together.
Damn.
Yeah.
But that's when we're trying to go for that gaudy look, where it's kind of like when it's just too much. So I think that's the thing. But at this time, because we were just enjoying conversation, it's we're not gonna do a full on commercial, but we're just gonna do we're gonna do like a shameless plug of our stuff. Okay. Since I went, I'm gonna let you go.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a break right now, but it's a great time to say, if you're not subscribed, you're watching us on YouTube, how about you hit that subscribe? That'd be great. And leave us a like. We'd really appreciate it. Helps with the algorithm. But otherwise, if you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, or anywhere else you can get our podcast from, do the same. Hit the subscribe. Share the video. Why not? You know, it's always fun. And then if that's not enough and you want to hear more from me, you can also follow us on Instagram at lookhere.fri. And then otherwise, if you want to donate to the store and be a real legend, might have to start writing names down to people who donate to the store, huh? I think that'd be a good idea, huh? But it's going to be at $herobob. Yeah, $herobob on the Cash App, and all money from that goes straight back into the store, into the show. We don't own a store, not yet, but yeah, it goes right back into the show to make this production better and way more better and better. But yeah, thank you.
Yo, we good?
Yeah, go.
Yo, church announcement. So, if you are in the Portland, Oregon area or know someone in that area, we at lookhere.fri, we're looking to put you on a date. And if you're wanting to go on, have you ever seen The Cut and they just go and it's kind of like truth or drink? We've got our own little version of that here in the Portland area. And if you're really wanting to get out there, have a different type of date or learn how to date a little bit differently in our social experiment, please go to our lookhere.fri. Lookhere.fri on our Instagram page, and we'll drop some descriptions below to sign up to be a dater. It's 100% a free date that's going to be taken care of by us. But if you're looking or know someone who is tired of how their dates have been going as of recently, find us, look us up. We're trying to put you on a date and meet the love of your life. So once again, Look Here TV is looking for the next couple of daters for our dating experience. Will it be you? Who knows? Will you get a rose? Hopefully. I want to see you happy. Thank you. We're back.
Yes.
So, we're going to do this right now. You're going to hate me.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
CBL versus Donda.
Okay, yeah. I had a feeling we'd go here.
Really?
Yeah.
So, where should we start? Because it's not going to be long. Because if you're a real music person, there should be
the answer's clear.
This should be one universal answer for both albums. But we're going to start with Donda.
Yeah.
We're starting with that. Well, because you're the resident Kanye person.
Yes.
How was the album for you?
Okay, so I listened to the album driving back from Eugene.
Okay.
how long that road trip is. I didn't get through the whole album just on the road trip. I had to finish it at home. A little long for my liking. At first, I was a little let down. I'll be honest, a little let down because versus what what the sneak peeks were, what this stuff was, versus what came out was a little different. But I've gone back. I've listened to it a couple more times. I like it. I like it more than Jesus is King. I'm not going to put it in top tier Kanye. No, I'm not that stupid. I'm not that big of a shill. But I do like it more than Jesus is King. I might like it more than Ye.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't really consider Kid See Ghost as like a Kanye album. That's Kanye Kid Cudi project. I guess a lot of people do consider that when they like ranking the discography. I might like it a little more than that. I think it's on par for me with that one. But then everything else in terms of his discography, I like more. Yeah.
So, graded.
Out of what? Out of 10 or like a
letter grade?
Letter grade. I'm feeling a strong C+ to a light B-.
Okay. I was gonna get on your ass. All right.
What if I give it like an A or something?
Yeah, I was gonna get on your ass.
I'm not lying. It was not my favorite thing in the world to listen to. But it's definitely growing on me, especially a couple, like 2 to 3 songs right now I am really enjoying.
Okay, you're gonna have to do the same thing with me when it comes to like I don't clarify myself as a Drake stan. I was just like there's only 2 artists I would become if I become a rapper, it'd be Big Sean or Drake. But that's not here or there. So let's just say this. You gotta do the same thing with me when we do the CBL thing, right?
Okay.
So allegedly, I'll say this. I've had the luxury of hearing Kanye's album leak, right? Allegedly. Allegedly. And some of the material that I heard, what I heard originally, I was like, trash. Like what I thought y'all was gonna get, trash. I was like, the only song on that alleged leak that I listened to was the Donda song talking about his mom without the features and without how it is right now. I was like, that's the only good song. And he was really talking about stuff. But I'm glad that what y'all got right here now is what y'all got because what I heard in that leak was wow. So I also want to say his album's too long. Yeah. His album's too long. If he would have made it to maybe like 12 songs, different story. But here's my thing when it comes to that whole Kanye project. I feel like what he pulled out right then, this one should have been Jesus is King. Like how was it supposed to sound? Yeah. So I would just say this, like, and you with your grade, you did the exact thing that I expected a true Kanye fan to say. And even if West was here, it was a mid album. It was a mid.
I fear that the Kanye I fell in love with, the one that, said, I'm the caffeine in the morning. You love Kanye if you love yourself type of thing. I feel like that Kanye is kind of, that's in the past. I think going forward, I have to realize that like this is the Kanye we're going to get. I don't even know if there's going to be another project because you look at it, he is getting up there in age. Not that like rappers aren't like athletes, they can just stop and whatever. Their body doesn't allow them to rap anymore. But you do see a lot of guys retire around 40-ish to 50-ish. I think there'll maybe be something else in the future, but I don't know. It almost feels like Donda is like the final one.
Bro, the music production on Donda is phenomenal. Like
it's unbelievable.
Like,
that's what you expect with a Kanye project, though.
Yeah, like he's showing his ass as a producer. Like absolutely. I don't want to. I talking to someone else. I also want to give that credit. Where it's kind of like if you put that on a loudspeaker, like I'm not going to complain if someone's playing the whole Donda album, right? But like if you like playing that in your car versus in the headphones, different story. You're able to hear.
You have to really connect to it, which I think that's also a problem. I listened to majority of it. I did listen just like in my car. I think if I really just wanted to like sit down, put headphones in, play FIFA or something one night, I think I'd enjoy it more. But just at face value,
I think you would enjoy it more if it was like, I'm talking about like, not like club, but like we were at a lounge and they just played the Donda like on nice speakers where you can hear all the stuff that Kanye slaves himself away to be like, this is like getting everything right, because that's the knock what is on Drake, because Drake doesn't have like that producing capability. But I'm just gonna say this, and I feel like we've we've come to whatever we've come with the Donda album, but the lyrics, him being like some black people in a rib, I said you can't. I said, this is trash. He's like, how do I know black people or something was like, were black? You know what lyric I'm trying to summon, right?
I think I do.
And like, he was like, how do I know Adam was black? Because he didn't want to share his ribs. I said, what the fuck?
Interesting. Yeah.
Because I think it was off of, what's the one with Off the Grid? It's at the end of Off the Grid. He's like, how do I know, Hebrewites or something like that was black because he didn't want to share his ribs. I said, wow. I said, Kanye West, good morning.
Yeah.
So, all right, I took the Kanye Donda route. Go ahead, hit me up with the Drizzy Rogers.
All right, man. How'd you feel about CLB Certified Lover Boy?
Wow, I can't believe you would ask another certified lover boy of my questions and thought about it, did my eyebrows for the album, you know what I'm saying? Let me just say this. I'm not a Drake stan. I'm more so for the persona of Drake, because I actually think Drake's actually an asshole. Like, him as a person, all the stuff that he's done to other dudes.
Yeah. Do you want to know my beef with Drake?
Sure.
I know him pretty well. Personally, actually.
Okay.
Joking. No, I don't. The reason I don't like Drake is because Drake is not a person. Drake is a brand. Drake is a brand. Drake is 10 writers behind him. Drake is 15 PR people. Drake is the OVO brand on top of his brand. Drake is not a human to me. Drake is yeah. I think, like, not saying like Drake or Kanye, whichever one is more famous. I think they're famous in their own right. But I think Kanye steps away from that and he focuses on his art and he wants to be the artist.
What are you talking about? You have the two people mixed up. Kanye West is all about himself. He made the album for him. Look at what Drake did with production. He called out all the artists. The Donda album doesn't even mention the features.
Doesn't need to.
Okay. Kanye is one of the most self-absorbed. Stop this.
Yeah, he's not a brand. I wouldn't say
Kanye West is a brand. You're not about to do this.
Okay, fair enough. That was a stupid take. In the fact that, sure, Kanye is a brand, but he does put his artwork above anything else. Everything that goes out by Kanye, whether it's his music, whether it's his clothes, anything, I think he truly puts everything behind that, and that's why this album kept getting delayed, because he didn't feel right with it.
Because he's okay.
Versus, I think Drake, I don't think a lot of what we see from Drake is really from Drake. I think he is a brand. He is, same with Travis Scott. I think those guys are the face. I think they're the face, but if you take that face off, it's like a gerbil controlling like a robot. Like that's how I see like Drake and Travis Scott. They are the industry.
Okay. I'm gonna let you have that one. Okay, that's fair.
Versus as much as Kanye, yes, Kanye is a brand, but he, I feel like, is the one that makes the decisions and calls the shots.
Okay. So I just want to be clear. I like how Drake makes music. How I would want to make music, because I feel like I got made fun of for like how I am
being in a wheelchair.
Not being in a wheelchair, but like. You know me, when I post, I always, rep a lot of artists, singing, things like that. I love R&B. I just like how he talks about love, and how I know when I was growing up, and Wes kind of talked about this too as well in our past episodes, you all go check out, like how that was so uncool. Like you would just have to be super like R&B, like you couldn't like rap with your feelings, things like that. And he was like, I'm still gonna take your girl too. So I just like, I like the persona and story that he talks about. And I feel like Drake really, one thing, I've never met the guy, but I will say I'll die on this hill. For the people that did believe in Drake, he's a big familia person where like he puts on for the people he cares about, and like he makes music for grinders, and I fucking love that shit. When you're talking about started from the bottom, now we're here, all that fucking other shit that he does, you know, hip verses on the motto and things like that. I really like that shit. So back to CBL. I remember, I also have to say this as well, allegedly, because this is Drake's last, not allegedly, this is Drake's last album on Young Money. So he delivered.
Oh, interesting.
So allegedly, I may have a connection, and I know and heard CBL, or what would have been CBL, in 2 different versions. And yeah, you can ask 2 of my closest friends. We all sat and listened to CBL in February. So remember when it got delayed originally?
Okay.
We listened to it and we all were like, when Drake drops this album, because we thought he was dropping this album, it's going to be the album of the year. It was that good. And then we got the latest one, allegedly, and we were like, oh, okay. Some songs came over, and then when it dropped, we got this. Only like one of the songs that we kind of heard of made it there.
Interesting.
And we have a theory. Our theory is, allegedly, because Drake will not sign to another label again, he will go 100% independent.
OVO.
The album that we heard, because there were like 3 features from 3 artists that didn't appear on this one. Okay. That was fire. Like the Drake that we fucking like from Take Care Drake we were like, Take Care Drake is back. Okay. We'll just say I feel like he's saving for the independent lifestyle when he's an independent artist. So I will say this as a Drake supporter, the album was mid.
Respect.
It was very mid.
Thank you for being honest.
It was mid. There's like 2 or 3 songs.
Kevin Durant stuff.
Huh?
I thought you were gonna put some Kevin Durant stuff.
No, it was mid. But like Drake mid versus Kanye mid, 2 different things. We destroying
Drake,
them.
Kanye mid is way better.
No, we're destroying you in streaming numbers, but we'll stop there. Okay, but all I'm saying is from a Drake, because
He's a brand. He's a brand. He
needs help. Medication. Let's just
you may be getting the streams, but if you look at all the reviews, Donda's blowing it away.
Anywho,
like respectable reviews.
CBL was a mid album. There's maybe like 2 or 3 songs that like
2 songs I liked.
Poppy's Home.
The first one.
Champagne Stories.
That one, and then the one with
Girls Like Girls. Me Too.
No, that one with fucking Kawhi in it. Future.
I hate that song.
Too sexy for this, sir. That one is fun. I'll give it that. That one's fun.
It's only fun because the video made it better. And my friend,
I like the song. What'd you think about that Millie Bobby Brown lyric? Huh?
What?
The one where Drake gives away that he's a predator and grooming little children.
You talking about where he cleared the R. Kelly thing?
No. Where he's talking about like. So do you know who Millie Bobby Brown is from Stranger Things? 11.
Oh yeah.
And how like her and Drake are really good friends, but she's like 17.
Okay.
But they've been talking since she was like 15.
Okay, so where are you going with this?
And like Drake made a lyric about how like he said her birthday, which is like next February. It's like that'll be the day we all know when she turns 18, and how he'll be like, he made it really something about 17. He made it some reference to like the number 17 and a sports reference because she's 17 right now.
Wow, I
no, like damn it, it was like a TikTok that broke it down perfectly. But all I'm saying, Drake gave himself away as someone who grooms kids until they're 18 to sleep with them. That's the biggest thing I did get from CBL. Allegedly.
Hey, look here, man.
Hey, he said it. So it's not even allegedly. He said it.
Hey, we gotta break these things down. But all I gotta say is a mid album. There's a few songs that give me the feel of the sad boy hour, but I would just say, just from a person, if I didn't hear what I didn't hear before, I think I would have. I was more disappointed because I was ready for because this is Drake's moment to fucking destroy Kanye, because Kanye brought this by himself, and I thought what we were getting was gonna be yeah, we're taking this shit to another level. This is like your sports team, but that's not here or there. So long story short, because there's one thing we got and then we're going to be out, is CBL and Donda were mid albums.
Have you noticed though that the last 2 years rap is just dying?
Not dying. I would say more of our mainstream, our heavy hitters, if Aliens came, or who your best performers type of things, right? I feel like we inundate our artists so much to keep producing, to come out
they're
right now
out.
That they're running out of stuff. Where
but then the next generation is not good.
Actually, I disagree with you. I feel that certain rappers, I would say this is the year of, and no disrespect to any rappers, the year of
no heavy disrespect.
I'm saying no disrespect to
be better
to the mid level artists, where it's kind of where we're people might take this disrespectful, Polo G. Polo G is solid. Polo G is solid, bro.
I don't know, dude. These guys are all to me, they're just one hit wonders.
Baby Keem,
that's industry bait. I like Baby Keem, but Baby Keem 100% is industry bait.
What?
Yeah. And a lot of them are like that, dude. That's the problem with rap. It's become too much about the industries.
Why do you?
All these guys, they get promoted based off of their following, off their personality, not really their talent.
The Kendrick Baby Keem song, and I've liked Baby Keem even before, right?
Mm-hmm. He's good. I like Baby Keem.
That Baby Keem Kendrick song was flames. Family Ties?
Yes. I just think you saw a similar thing happen to rock in the 70s and 80s. I think rap is going to be going through that. I think rap is going to slowly die, and we're going to find something else.
Yeah. Would you like to bet $1,000 on that? Rap ain't going nowhere.
How many years we got?
Don't get me wrong, pop is a different thing, but rap and R&B ain't going nowhere, because that influences what pop culture does next. I'm not pop culture, the pop music goes next.
Yes and no, it did.
Watch.
But now, where are they getting their influence from? More than rap. EDM and international, reggaeton.
No, they're not.
Yes, I think pop is getting a lot more from, especially international.
I highly disagree.
I don't think rap has that. They don't have the wool by the balls like it used to.
This will be a clip. I disagree. We'll see. Let's end this, and I think we're gonna bring this up a little bit more, because I feel like this has merit, because people watch TV, and they live their lives from TV. They fail to have the context of TV is TV. Like some people, when they watch Naruto, where it's kind of oh, this is it's a fucking anime, where it's kind of you got to be able to differentiate between shit. So one thing we might be adding to our show is if we're watching some shit,
yeah, you want to bring it up?
Let's bring it up, and if it has some relationship shit to it, let's bring it in.
Oh, now I see where you're going. Okay, yeah.
So, motherfucking Ted Lasso,
great show. I fucking hate that Apple owns the right to it, though. I don't want to fucking pay for Apple TV, dude.
Yeah, I pay for my subscription. Let's keep going.
You got to give me that link then, because
to
sign up for Apple Plus.
I know, I did the free trial.
Oh, okay. I was using Julia's account.
Okay. Thanks, Julia.
But
Jewel.
No, Julia.
Okay. So let me tell you about my guy, motherfucking Ted Lasso, and I'm gonna go on a fucking rant. Believing is one of the most hardest fucking shits ever in my fucking life.
Yeah.
So Ted Lasso, I'm gonna say slight spoiler warning and spoilers for people, is Ted Lasso is a guy who's having trouble in his marriage, which is known since episode 1. So, and I wanted to bring up Ted Lasso because I think in our culture, he had the right amount of believing in himself, and it wasn't toxic positivity. Where like he wasn't ignorant to the fact of things that are going on. And I just want to reference the episode when he had a panic attack and he had to make the decision.
Oh yeah.
To like sign the papers.
Yeah.
And I just want to talk about the strength it comes from believing that you're going to get the best outcome of whatever you're going through. But I know you have lovely, great things to talk about when it comes to Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
Would you like to bring up Mr. Ted?
I love that show because one, I love soccer, and I think it actually does a really good job of bringing the world of football,
Oh yeah,
which is the world of football, into like the main light. I think
I'm invested.
I think my favorite character is what's his name, the captain on the team, the hard head guy. You know
Rory, Roar. It's like starts with a roar.
No, I don't think it's Rory. I think it's someone else. I can't remember his name. God damn it.
He has a beard like you.
He does have a beard like me.
He's angry.
He's angry, but he's my favorite character. But yeah, no, I think it's a really great show because they really make it to where like you can't hate Ted Lasso. You have to cheer for the guy.
Yeah, you can. His coach in the end of season finale.
Interesting.
Because continue. I'll have
for me, you can't hate on the guy. The way he motivates the players, the way everything he does.
True, but that his style, right, came to a head when they were like, you shouldn't play him at the end of the season because he was like, I want to win. And like, I know you have a certain way of doing that, and like, we'll just say, I think hate's a strong word. Like, I didn't hate, but let's kind of like, you're doing it wrong.
He got in his own way, is what you're saying?
You're doing it wrong.
Interesting.
Not hate, where it's kind of like, there has to be certain times where you're against that.
Yeah.
And like his best friend had to check him and be like, yo, you're wrong. And that's why, that moment like hit me the most because I'm kind of like, because the show is built for you to always root for him.
But it also shows like, he has a weakness as well.
Yeah.
They can't make him perfect because then it'd be unrealistic.
Yeah.
Even when he snaps at that the ball boy.
Very true.
That one time and then he apologizes.
It's so, and this is kind of like the rant I want to get into, and we got like a couple minutes, then we're out, is like, believing in yourself is like such a hard thing to do nowadays because the instant gratification of what the internet brings and just what people experience in their immediate personal lives is crazy because it's like, when do you stop believing? And I think Ted's speech before they went onto the field and even during or even after when, I'm not going to spoil when things happen, it's just kind of like, you believe because you just have to. And like that self-belief is like what I strongly think that we are lacking because no storm lasts forever. But at the same time, that shows us that, are you working towards your blessings? Like, are you believing and then working towards that? Because when we look at Ted, literally, he believed, but he was working towards, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That outcome he was wanting. But like, do you get where I'm coming at when I'm talking about this believing aspect? Where like,
Yeah.
But no, please chime in, like if at all, if anything. No, I'm enlisting you. Like, what about you? What things do you feel like you have wavering belief on and faith?
Myself, my success,
Let's talk
career,
about it.
just pushing myself. Being happy where I'm at, but not settling, I think is a big factor.
Yeah.
I told you before we started, I have a friend who I work with at my company who he brought me on, but now he's leaving. That doesn't make me want to leave the job because I enjoy the job. I really, really like the company. And what it pushes me, though, to do is I want to move up in the company even more now.
Yeah.
To show that, like, no, I belong here and, like, I really care. Like, I want to stay here. But then at the same time, I have to be aware of what's out there as well. So, now I'll check LinkedIn here and there because I think you have to. I think anyone does because you just have to know your self-worth. And that's just on a career aspect, like knowing what's out there, knowing if there is better things out there, whether it's worth it to leave or whether it's worth it, to stay and move up.
And I'll take it, since you went from career, because we're bringing that more to the show.
Yeah.
And to end it for today, I'll kind of talk about from.
And I have one more thing afterwards. If
oh no,
like
okay.
Like a 2-minute thing.
Okay, and I have more from a personal aspect of, like, I feel like we have this faux pseudo belief that we believe things are going to be okay, and I think what you need to do for yourself is really sit down, self-reflect about your identity. And I'm referencing a lot of old episodes. Brett said it most. We define our identity a lot by our careers, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what else are you here? What is your purpose?
Yeah.
And if you believe that you don't have a purpose, or you're not putting that time to find what you are meant to do, and I'm not talking, and let's do like this. You want to know how you find your purpose and your value is when you don't bring up money, when money's off the table. What do you see yourself doing? How do you want to give to whomever, to yourself, whatever? And without money, those are your values. That's your purpose. And if you don't believe that you can obtain some version of that, whether that's romantically, whether it's that career, or whether it's having self-peace within yourself, you're doing this life thing wrong. And I feel like I appreciate the Ted Lasso way, because at the end of the day, when bad things happen, whether it's relationships, whether it is, career stuff, what kind of animal do you got to be?
Yeah.
Cas? What kind of animal?
I'm blanking on the line right now.
You got to be a goldfish.
A goldfish. There you go. Yeah.
You got to be a goldfish, because,
yep.
Remember, not that girl's not going to make you happy. That guy's not going to make you happy. That job's not going to be happy. You're going to make yourself happy.
Facts.
So you got to believe that where you're going is where you need to be.
Attaboy. That's beautiful. What I had to say is completely different.
Let's get ratchet.
Like a whole different topic, actually.
Right.
You brought up soccer, so I had to bring this up.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you were talking about soccer during the break.
Just something soccer, NBA, why the NBA really sucks right now. So this week was World Cup qualifying games. So this is how they do. They sprinkle in 3 games during a week-long period for national teams to qualify for the World Cup next week. This is the first round. There's like 4 or 5 rounds. Austria lose an important game. After the game, the Austrian players go, and the fans are just giving them shit. But you know what they do? They stand there and they take it, and they talk to the fans back and forth. And like while the fans are in the stands and they're there, and they're talking about like what went wrong, all this stuff, all that stuff. And I thought that was a really great moment and shows why soccer is so great versus like if you look at the NBA, you would never see that, because the NBA and basketball specifically has become such like a star-driven league that the athletes are bigger than the sport now, but no one's bigger than the sport in soccer and football. I thought that was very interesting. And it was an opportunity for me to throw the NBA under the bus.
Do you want to get it on record? What if they want to eventually sponsor the podcast?
The NBA won't. I'm not going to say that, but yeah, if they want to sponsor the podcast, great.
You're not believing hard enough.
Why would they sponsor a podcast?
I don't know.
Only if we did like like a basketball podcast.
Look at Mark Phillips. ESPN recognizes him. Why can't that be us?
That's fair. I don't know, man.
I want to just,
and it's because of fans like you. That's why the NBA is like this, because you support players, not teams.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard something about Damian Lillard.
About him staying?
Oh man, he gonna win another. He gonna win another trip to the offseason. Oh my gosh! They traded him at mid-season, right? Y'all gonna get Ben Simmons. He can shoot a jumper. He gonna be logo Ben.
It doesn't matter, man. I support the Trailblazers, whoever we have, and wherever we go. And when we eventually win that championship in my lifetime, it'll be the greatest thing ever I see.
Can I come to the parade?
No, actually, you can't. Me and Jamal will beat you up and break your legs.
Oh, shout out to Jamal, man. I haven't talked to that guy in a little bit. He about to get married and shit.
That's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
Dude, it's weird seeing people get proposed.
I know.
Well, I mean, you're almost 30.
Fuck, I'm old.
It's not old, but it's like around that age, it's kind of understandable. I'm having people I know at like 23 get proposed, like 22, 23, like proposing. And I'm like, Do you guys know what the divorce percentage is of people under the age of 25? Like, do you just like...
Let's play a game. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't get no younger, so we might as well
I don't know.
do it. Nah, this episode will definitely. There's a challenge that's coming out with the episode, and Cas failed. So I'm just making him relive his horrible nightmares.
What did I feel?
Huh?
What did I feel?
The song.
Oh.
You were like, we were all vibing, and we were like, you know this song? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, say it.
Oh, you know what? The one thing I can't remember in life is lyrics.
Fair enough.
I can't for the life of me.
As always, we have been your lovely hosts for the Play No Game Show.
Yep.
And if you like us, please subscribe, follow. And this was one of our most chill episodes.
Yeah. Neither of us smoke weed, but this was an episode to light up a blunt or something.
I know. But like, comment, subscribe, and we out.
Probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. Shit, I think they call them groupies now.